The first message we have is open up to me, Divine Feminine. Your energy is coming through strongly with this message. You may not be aware, but something about your energy is coming off as very mysterious right now. It's almost as if your silence is louder than words, and it's speaking to your person in ways it never has before. They can sense a shift in your overall demeanor, and it has them a bit concerned. At this moment, there's a masculine in your energy field who is really trying to read you. They feel that something is off about your energy. For some reason, they sense that you're acting a little out of the ordinary, which is making them want to do something they've never done before. They actually want to question you. This is unusual for them, as they've never felt the need to do this with you before. Normally, you're very straightforward with them. They know you well enough to recognize that sometimes, you allow your energy to speak for you, and this seems to be one of those times. Whatever it is that you're doing, it has their full attention. They're wondering if you even realize how you're coming across, and how they're interpreting your actions. It's as if they sense you want to express something, but, for some reason, you're choosing to let their mind wander instead. This has them zoning in on you more than usual. What's coming through clearly here is that your energy has shifted, and they're beginning to notice things about you they don't know how to address. This could be drastically changing the way they feel about everything related to you and your connection. If you're wondering what's on their mind, they're actually trying to figure out what's on yours. If there's any way for them to observe you, they're definitely taking advantage of it. They're picking up on subtle, nonverbal cues, things others might overlook, but that they notice because of their deeper connection with you. They're using all these observations to justify why their feelings are shifting in relation to you and your connection. Based on how you're currently presenting yourself, this might be why they feel compelled to take certain actions towards you. It's important to note that this is not typically an impulsive masculine energy. They're very thorough when making decisions, especially those that could affect their future. They're choosing to approach you in this way because, emotionally, the two of you are quite similar. This is why they feel it's best to proceed with caution in handling this situation with you. This message may serve as a heads up, letting you know that your person is drawing closer to you, whether physically or energetically, because something about your energy is making them suspicious. Their energy comes through as very serious. This is someone who takes both this connection and their own emotions seriously. They regard you in a unique way, unlike how they engage with any other feminine energy. This isn't something they try to do, it comes naturally to them, tied to the way you make them feel. Their energy reveals that they require a certain level of treatment when it comes to you, or to feminine energy in general. Whether you're aware of it or not, something you're doing right now is changing the dynamic of your connection. This energy is conveying to your masculine everything they need to know about you, and also about the future of your connection. The next message we have here is, I'm wearing my pain. When this card appears, it points to a masculine energy who is exceptionally skilled at hiding their emotions. There may have been countless times when you looked into their eyes, or perhaps were on the other end of the phone, and what they said didn't match what they truly felt inside. They don't do this to be deceptive or malicious. Instead, it's a form of self-protection. This is someone who has very intense emotions for you, Divine Feminine, so much so that they've had to learn how to manage them. When this card surfaces, it highlights that there's been a significant shift in how their emotions are showing up in relation to you. Whatever they've been trying to conceal is beginning to reveal itself in ways they can no longer hide. Their face, mood, tone, energy, and even body language are now revealing emotions they've tried to keep suppressed. This struggle to hide their feelings is likely very triggering for them, as this masculine energy prides themselves on being stoic or in control, especially around you. No matter what you throw at them, they often appear unfazed. However, if they were to be honest, they feel everything connected to you with great intensity. It's a challenge for them to keep these feelings hidden, and whatever they're sensing in your energy field is making it nearly impossible to conceal their emotions. This is why they feel an urge to question you or dig deeper. They're starting to feel exposed, and their inner world is becoming so loud that it's as if they're wearing their heart on their sleeve. This also explains why they're taking a more calculated approach. They're already on edge, and it's connected to something they're picking up in your aura. Even if there's physical distance between you, depending on the strength of your energetic bond, you might be feeling this too. Divine Feminine, you may sense them pulling on your energy without fully understanding why, or even what you're doing that's triggering such a strong response. Something is definitely impacting your person's emotional body very deeply right now. The last message we have here is, I mishandled you. This brings a very emotional undertone to the reading. If you've been wondering what your masculine is feeling about you right now, this sums it up. In the recent past, Divine Feminine, you pulled back your energy from them, which has led to a drastic shift in the way you communicate. Things have significantly slowed down in this connection, and initially, your person acted as though it didn't affect them. They might have even made you question whether they were as impacted as you were, or perhaps it seemed they took it much easier than you did. Interestingly, however, this separation affected them far more than you may realize. They know they mishandled you in some way, and they feel as though they're now paying for it. What's truly surprising them is the way you've chosen to pull back. This approach has their mind racing because they were completely unprepared for your absence. This is someone who understands the power of your presence, the joy of simply having your energy in their life, but they were not ready to feel the intensity of your absence. It's catching them completely off guard, and they may even think you're using this distance to your advantage. For those of you in low contact, you might have a particular way of acknowledging them that's currently driving them a bit crazy. You still engage, but you keep them guessing, which makes them even more suspicious. You might not realize it, but you're becoming a weak spot for them, and they're left playing a guessing game, trying to interpret every interaction. This person would describe you as a feminine energy that's incredibly hard to ignore. Even with the tension, they still long for your company or simply the sound of your voice. Based on how the energy is coming through, they're truly going through it behind the scenes. They're afraid to let you know just how much this is affecting them, but they can't stop thinking of you. Their emotions are beginning to reveal themselves in unexpected ways, which might explain the intense energy surrounding them right now. This is someone who gets nervous when there's too much space between you two, replaying things in their mind over and over, even if there's no solid reason to. It's as though their thoughts wander back to the feeling that it's their fault for mishandling you, much of which is tied to your nature as the Divine Feminine. To them, you're truly a catch, yet they have no idea where you stand in this connection right now. This back and forth has them swinging between feeling deeply emotional and sad to being downright frustrated. They're holding back a little because they know they played a role in creating this distance, yet they miss you dearly. They miss everything about you, your energy, your presence, and your input. There's something powerful and nurturing you bring to this connection, Divine Feminine, and while facing you is difficult, they're still drawn incredibly close to you. You may even feel their energy reaching out to you at this time. The masculine energy is deeply affected by the recent changes in the connection. Initially, they tried to mask their emotions, but your shift in energy and withdrawal have left them feeling vulnerable, exposed, and unprepared. They can sense a mysterious change in you, which is sparking their curiosity and even suspicion, as they feel you're now harder to read. Although they prided themselves on staying composed, your absence has made them realize how much they value your presence. They know they mishandled the connection, which is creating a mix of guilt and longing. This masculine feels torn between feeling regret for their role in the separation and frustration at not understanding where they stand with you. Despite everything, they miss you intensely and are drawn back to you, feeling your energy more strongly than ever, even if they're hesitant to fully admit it. If you don't forget, then write in the comments about how your day went. I will definitely read it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe channel.